And let's now pick up on the top story, which of course is concern about Monday's shutdown called by the EFF. We heard just a little earlier from Heidi Giokos telling us that the police minister is making it very clear that they're going to be clamping down very hard on any illegal activity. So let's bring back Heidi Giokos here in Johannesburg, Lethiwe Mdluli in Durban. Thanks both of you for waiting. So Heidi, I'm going to continue with you because the issue of the army being around is something that has been raised. Are they actually going to be out on the streets on Monday?
Yes, so we asked the Minister of Defence, Thandi Modise, what the plan is when it comes to the army being deployed. And basically the reason for this question, Sally, is because there was much criticism that the security cluster reacted very late when it came to the July unrest, and they basically could not handle the situation. We saw that unrest taking place for, if I'm not mistaken, it was 2 weeks or so. It was not just a one-day event. With loss of life and businesses really being completely looted out. We obviously don't want a repeat of that, and this is why the question was asked, will you be able to deploy the army? Are they on standby? What is the plan when it comes to the military? And the minister is saying that they will be on standby and they are monitoring the situation. Should there be a need for them, they will be deployed. Let's listen to the Minister of Defence.
There was a question of whether or not SANDF will be deployed. We are on standby. You have also asked about the capacity. I think the Minister of Police is very coy. Not only does he, unlike us, continue to recruit youngsters who we think are fit, he does have the reserves. So I think he does have capacity. And I think that we South Africans can believe that the capacity is there, that they will be protected, that they will not be violated, that any business that wishes to open must open.
Let's move now to Lethiwe Mdluli in KwaZulu-Natal. And Lethiwe, you've also been speaking to various people and communities. You've spoken to Santaco about their decision not to support Monday's stay away. Tell us more.
Well, Sally, basically Santaco is saying that they cannot afford to lose business, citing the very same reasons that Heidi spoke about when it comes to the looting that took place here in Durban back in 2021. You'd remember that a lot of businesses were affected by this, and Santaco is saying that they cannot afford to lose money, especially due to the state of the economy. When I spoke to them, they also said that they'll be working together with the police in Durban to make sure that residents are able to move freely. We went to the western part of Durban today, where we spoke to Santaco in Kwandengezi and also spoke to a lot of local businesses as well as residents who also share the same sentiments, saying that a lot of businesses cannot afford to shut down on Monday. But while speaking to Santaco about their decisions and why they've decided to take this decision regarding Monday, they also did say that they held a few meetings where a lot of their members discussed whether they should join in or not. And as you'd remember, that National Santaco yesterday released a statement, Sally, where they were saying that they will not be forming part in the shutdown. Same as KZN, they are saying that it's going to be business as usual, and their taxis will be transporting people to various places that they will be going to. But when we spoke to the chairperson for the Kwandengezi Santaco Association, Mr. Shange, this is what he had to say.
So i-national shutdown asizokuba involved thina ezimboni namatekisi under Santaco. The reason why singezokuba ingxenye yaloko, so thina igcina le nto isilimaze ekutheni umsebenzi wethu ulimale uma ukuthi nesivumela i-strike. Like last time kube khona i-looting kwi-area yethu eMarani Hill, kwavalwa i-mall la, bahlupheka abasebenzi bethu, abagibeli bethu bangasebenza ndawo, nathi sahlupheka sangayithola imali. So ngalo ndlela ke thina asizovumela umuntu ozosondela endaweni ethu esebenza kuyona azofuna ukwenza ukustrike lapha. So basemgwaqweni from 1 o'clock ebusuku until kuze kushona ilanga ngo Monday. So qala nje Sunday night so besikhona ubusuku bonke ukubheka kwindawo yethu esisebenza kuyona ingaphazamiseki kungenzeki lokho kwenzeka for the last time. So okunye nokunye-ke nje okuthinta indaba ye-strike no asizokuba involved khona.
What basically Mr. Shang is saying, Sally, is that the taxi association in the province lost a lot during the looting, and a lot of malls were also affected. So because of that, they have decided to take that decision to not take part in the shutdown. He's also talking about the fact that they will start on Sunday to monitor their areas and making sure that there's no people causing disruptions. And then heading into Monday, they'll have a clear picture on what will be happening. He's also elaborating on working with the police as well, saying that they've hired even private security to assist them in trying to stop whoever is going to try to march or strike during Monday. And basically he's saying that it's going to be business as usual, and they will be transporting people to various areas around Durban.
And I would imagine that KwaZulu-Natal, that bore the brunt of the July 2021 looting and unrest, is particularly sensitive to what may happen on Monday. Also, let's not forget, Julius Malema himself, leader of the EFF, has said you thought July 2021 was bad. It looked like Mickey Mouse compared to what's happening on Monday. Now, we've had a lot of assurances from security forces that it's going to be safe. There's a plan in place. But I would imagine for communities, particularly in and around Durban, they must be very concerned. You've spoken to a number of sort of community policing forums. What is the sense you're getting from them?
Well, Sally, a lot of residents are concerned because they don't want a repeat of what happened in 2021, and because they are fearing that this march will bring about destruction, they are saying that they need the police on the ground. And when we spoke to the police yesterday, they did assure that they have plans in place, and we do understand that tomorrow there will be a briefing by the Community Safety MEC and also other authorities around KwaZulu-Natal who will be laying out a plan as to what is exactly going to happen on Monday. But in speaking to communities, residents, and also members of the Community Policing Forum in all these surrounding areas, they did say that for them it's going to be a matter of just protecting the businesses and also protecting the residents that will decide to go to work on Monday. And they are hopeful that there will be a lot of police presence on the ground, because these are some of their concerns, saying that if there is police presence on the ground, people will not cause this disruption. I spoke to the chairperson for the Marian Hill CPF, Mr. Chira, who did assure residents that they are working together with the police, and they are urging everyone who will be partaking in the march to not cause destruction. But while we spoke to them a bit earlier on, this is what he had to say.
We cannot allow where people think they will take the law into their hands, and more especially what we suffered from after the looting. We don't want to experience that again. So we'll be there to assure that the business, the properties, the communities, and the transport commuters are protected.
Well, thank you so much to both of you for that update. Lethiwe Mdluli in Durban there, and Heidi Giokos here in Johannesburg.